Hey everyone. The health crisis has entered a third wave in the US, by far the worst yet in terms of new infections. The number of new coronavirus cases per day is approaching 150,000. That's double the peak set last summer and about 4 times the April outbreak that forced the US to lock down the economy. The impact of that lockdown was severe, causing the loss of millions of jobs and a record-shattering decline in the US economy. The economy has partially recovered, but the lingering effects remain significant. First-time unemployment claims, though down dramatically from the second quarter, remain exceptionally high by historical standards. The total for last week was 709,000, better than what we've seen in recent months, but still greater than the worst week of the global financial crisis. Retail sales have technically fully recovered, but for sectors like restaurants, entertainment, health clubs, and apparel, sales remain well below normal. And the travel and tourism sector, including hotels, is still far below normal. Average hotel occupancy rates have recovered from a low of 21% in April to 50.1%, but they are still well below the long-term average of 62.6%. Contending with the health crisis has been like feeling your way through the dark. We've been in unprecedented territory. But some good news emerged last week. There may be a light emerging at the end of this tunnel. Pfizer announced that their new vaccine for COVID-19 is 90% effective and that they've already started mass production. There are still many steps to go. More testing, more approvals, etc. But for the first time since the onset of the pandemic, we have a credible, scientifically tested solution making its way toward the finish line. It may or may not be the solution we're looking for, but it's a very important sign of progress. The reason this is so important is because it opens the door to considering a post-pandemic economy and commercial real estate market. If the Pfizer vaccine is 90% effective, and at the end of November, they start delivering the 50 million doses they plan to release in 2020, and they follow that with another 1.3 billion doses in 2021 as planned, then by the second half of next year, the country may be well on its way toward a full recovery. There are still a lot of ifs in there, but we may be approaching a turning point in the battle with the coronavirus. Now take a moment to think about the implications of that. What would a medical solution mean for hard-hit real estate sectors like hotels, movie theaters, health clubs, high-rise office towers, and seniors housing facilities? Consider what unlocking the $2.3 trillion of surplus savings that has been put into bank accounts in the last 8 months would mean for the economy, what it would mean for real estate. If there's a surge in spending and travel is reinvigorated, hard-hit real estate sectors could begin their revival, and they could potentially recover quickly. Investors now have to consider a new dimension, that a full recovery could realistically come in 2021. But that recovery could also put upward pressure on interest rates and downward pressure on cap rates, tightening the yield spread that is currently at or near an all-time high and pushing it back toward normal. That's why investors need to be particularly vigilant right now and keep their eyes on the horizon.